Ladies and gentlemen, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, depending on where you are, because as you know, we have business partners and community members in almost every corner of our beautiful planet. Welcome to our webinar today called RPGC Product Presentation. And as the name suggests, today we will present our new very promising product which can bring you significant income and in combination with our innovative business model will also allow you to build your own business from scratch. And thank you very much for coming to our event. I'm pretty sure that this will be time well spent for you because being here could be your first step towards becoming either a crypto investor or an entrepreneur or both. Moreover, today we have a very big surprise prepared for you. Let's go to the next slide. Let's make this presentation as brief as possible to have more time left for the second juicier part of our webinar. So first, let me introduce myself. My name is Denis Pugac. As you probably know, I'm the representative of the RPGC project from our community from Coinset. This new project that I'm going to present today comes from the world of gaming, and it was first introduced to our community in October. However, during the webinar, you will understand, and I cannot stress it enough, that this new project is by no means just about playing video games. It goes far beyond just gaming. It is a unique opportunity, of course, for gamers, but also for entrepreneurs and crypto investors. There is also another important nuance. The main topic of our today's presentation is not even games, but a utility token in the gaming industry. And I will try to prove to you the huge potential of the sector, the gaming sector, the huge potential of our new business partner, and the huge potential of the token they offer. Let's go to the next slide. Before moving forward, it is very important that you and I read this disclaimer. It will serve to protect us, you, and everyone that everyone who is related or in any way related to this webinar. The information provided herein is for informational purposes only and is not intended as financial, investment, tax, or other professional advice. Users are encouraged to seek advice from qualified professionals before making any decisions based on the information provided. While every effort is made to ensure the accuracy and completeness of the information, it is provided as is without warranty of any kind. Best results are typically achieved through a combination of financial literacy as well as persistent and consistent actions. It is essential to educate oneself and maintain a disciplined approach to achieve optimal outcomes in financial endeavors. And I can add for myself that you should be disciplined in anything you do. Let's go to the next slide, please. Now, let's take a quick look at today's program. First, we will give you a brief overview of our Coinset platform. Why? Because this is the only place where you can purchase today this new token, the utility token RedPad Games coin. Then we will meet the RedPad Games team themselves and talk about our partnership, and then I will show you an offer prepared jointly by Coinset and RedPad Games. And then I will share the latest news with you, and finally we will hold a question and answer session with the CEO of RedPad Games, Vildan Fazilov. And this was the big surprise that we prepared for you. Therefore, in order not to waste time, start thinking about your questions now so that you can ask them immediately when we have our interview in order not to lose time. You see, you will have questions prepared, and when the session of Q&A starts, you will be able to start writing them in the chat. Don't write them right now in order not for us to look for your messages and scroll up and down. Just prepare them somewhere, and once the Q&A session starts, you can ask them in the chat. Let's go to the next chat, please. So who we are Coinset, and Coinset is a new marketing company whose ecosystem offers its partners exclusive tools for generating active and passive income based on the principles of multi-level crowd investing. MLCI. We have active partners in 146 countries, and currently we speak 8 languages: English, Russian, Italian, Spanish, Hindi, Vietnamese, Arabic, and Tamil. Well, those languages allow us to cover almost the entire planet Earth. So Spanish is almost the entire Latin America, then English is spoken everywhere, and then India, it's Hindi, and also we added Tamil, which is the language spoken by the south of India and Sri Lanka, if I'm not mistaken. We have 1,700,000 registered users, and this figure continues to grow. Next slide, please. Our unique approach is based on the three pillars of MLCI, multi-level crowd investing. By using MLCI, you achieve three perfect results. First, you become a client. You get the opportunity to purchase innovative, unique products on the most favorable terms before anyone else. For example, on our platform, you can buy tokens of promising projects at a price that will be much lower than the listing price of this token, so the starting price. This also applies to the token that we'll present today. Secondly, you can become an entrepreneur. You get an exclusive opportunity to promote products before others, like products such as tokens and physical products, and start running your business on your own terms. And for those who don't know, you can earn up to 40% commission on your personal and your team's sales thanks to our fairly generous bonus plan, compensation plan. And most importantly, you get the opportunity to become a co-owner of the business you promote, either directly through the security token of the project or indirectly through our global portfolio token, GFST. So all of the projects we promote in this way or another, part of the equity of those projects is included in the GFST portfolio. And when you own the GFST token, you indirectly own or co-own the projects that you promote. Probably it is hard to grasp, but we have dedicated webinars on GFST, and when you see the announcement of this webinar, please come. And if not, then ask your uplines what it's all about, people who invited you today, and they will explain to you. I'm sure you will understand everything. Let's go to the next slide, please. And now let me introduce to you your new business partner, RedPad Games. And after I introduce their company and the proposal we have prepared together, our packages, I'm sure you will agree that with their experience in the gaming sector and our competence in promoting projects, we have the perfect recipe for success. Next slide. RedPad Games, who they are. RedPad Games is a team of 70 very experienced professionals, specialists. RedPad Game Studio is located in Zurich, Switzerland, and works with such eminent companies as Steam, Epic Games, and Amazon. Everyone has probably heard about Amazon, a huge trading platform, marketplace. More, they have cloud services, they have their own channel like Netflix or HBO. But probably not everyone knows what Steam and Epic Games are. Let me try and help you understand. Steam and Epic Games are two of the largest online video game stores with a total of 400 million registered users. Just think about it, almost 500 million people registered on those two platforms. So, and RedPad Games already works with those platforms. And to understand where a company is going, what its future, it is important to know where it came from, what its past. So RedPad Games team members have worked with the gaming giants you see on this slide at the bottom. And this team, those specialists, have helped these giants become what they are today. Biggest players, pun intended, in the video games market. If you don't know what those games are, we have dedicated webinars where we tell you about some of those games. Usually we have those webinars on Wednesday and Saturday, and you can Google up any of those games and you will be surprised how popular those franchises are. You can see their community, how much money they make monthly. I'm sure it's gonna be a very new eye-opening information. So what it means for us, their business partners, all this experience and all those success stories are a sure sign that these guys know exactly what they're doing, that they are specialists in their respective sector. And I repeat, their knowledge of the gaming sector and our experience in MLCI create the perfect synergy for mutual success. Next slide, please. Our company historically has promoted and continues to promote projects from various fields, such as tokenization, providing payment solutions, global unit pay, and F&T payment solutions, perfumes, EvoSend, green energy. It's from Australia, EPU. Very soon, starting next month, I think, we will have webinars on EPU from Australia in Russian as well. So keep track of the news, don't miss it out. And now we are promoting a gaming project, and probably many members of our community are asking, wondering why games, why a gaming project, and why we chose RedPad Games, or why RedPad Games chose us. So the answer is quite simple. Because the gaming industry is enormous and it's expanding rapidly. Statistically, in 2023, the video game market was worth $200 billion. Just think about it. Even the music and film industries earn less than video game companies. There are currently 3.2 billion gamers in the world, people that play video games either on their computers, consoles like Xboxes and PlayStations, or a phone or their tablets. And by 2027, there will be 4.5 billion people, almost half the population of our planet. By then, we will have 9 billion. And through our involvement in the gaming sector, we get the opportunity to reach out those billions of people with the products and services of our ecosystem, you see. So the gaming industry is like a gateway for us, where we can allow clients to get in to purchase our perfumery, to use our payment solutions, to use the green energy systems units and health products. Very not quite long ago, the Vietnamese team launched their food supplement project too, and we'll be able to offer it to billions of people. And if you think that gamers are children, you are mistaken. Statistically, the average age of a gamer, and you can check it, is 35 years old, and this is exactly the age of our target audience for almost every single project in our ecosystem. And as you can see from the graph on the left, RedPad Games have the competencies and knowledge that have allowed it, before any other company, to strategically position itself at the intersection of three of the most profitable and fastest growing markets. First, there are massively multiplayer online games, MMO games. If you didn't know what it means, now you know, which account for $78 billion of the $200 billion market that we mentioned before. Secondly, it's the GameFi market, gaming plus DeFi, decentralized finance, which costs $24 billion. And thirdly, it's the $25 billion market of metaverse and metaverse gaming. And the reason I brought up all these statistics, no matter how surprising it is, so some people don't like numbers, is to show you the enormous financial and consumer potential of the gaming industry. So the question we need to ask ourselves is not why gaming, but rather why didn't we come out sooner to that market? And I think the answer is quite obvious. We needed a reliable and experienced business partner in this sector, such as RedPad Games. Let's go to the next slide, please. And now I would like to show you the trailer of their first gaming product, their first brainchild of RedPad Games that is already ready. Before, I used to say it was almost ready. Now I can say it's ready, and I will tell you why later, and is already available on Steam for now for pre-order. And talking about Steam, remember we mentioned Steam together with Epic Games. So Steam is an online game store with 120 million active users. Again, I want to make it absolutely clear that we're not inviting you to play the game. If you want to play, play. But the purpose of this trailer is to show you that RedPad Games already have a viable, awesome gaming product that is almost guaranteed to be a big hit on the market and will soon be available for purchase on one of the biggest gaming marketplaces in the world, Steam. Well, let's watch the trailer together because, as they say, a picture is worth 1,000 words, right? So please play the trailer. And now, even if you are not a gamer, you must agree that the game looks awesome. By the way, it runs on Unreal Engine 5. It's a engine for generating real-time 3D imaging in real time. Again, it's this engine is used to create special effects in films and at the same time for gaming as well. And it allows to create cinematographic imagery. So the image looks exactly like the real life. So the technologies have developed this far when games are almost like look like life, real life. However, next slide, please. The main product that RedPad Games produces, offers, is not, together with us, with Coinset, is not even the video game, although the video game at first will play the key role here. And we're gonna repeat the word game quite often today too. And the product that may become your business and investment opportunity is the utility token RPGC. And its utility lies in the fact that this token will become a single key to the entire ecosystem, which you can see on this slide, and which consists of numerous and diverse areas, such as, and you can read with me here, multi-platform gaming and the marketplace, which will be launched together with the release of the game, because you must understand that the marketplace is closely related to the game. And if you didn't attend my previous webinars, then you'll have to wait to understand why the marketplace and the game are closely connected. So marketplace, which is a trading place. And then among other projects planned in the roadmap, we have game publishing and advertising, both their own games and third-party games, I guess. Gaming tech brand, which is the release of merchandise, keyboards, mice, headsets branded with the RedPad Games brand. Is very profitable sector. Today, I watched the stream of a streamer on Twitch. It's a streaming platform. And this streamer is quite a popular, not mega popular, but popular enough. Has like 6,000 viewers at a given moment and has like 1 million subscribers. So he ordered, together with the Champion company. It's a company that produces like hoodies, sweatpants, and casual clothing. So together with that company, with the producer, he ordered his own merchandise, which was sold out in one day and was bought in one day by the subscribers, just because it bore his name and logo. And I guess the same fate, um, ironically, will befall the merchandise of RedPad Games. Well, also the roadmap includes the Gaming Venture Capital Fund payment system. At first, they're going to use our payment system and third-party payment system, and then the crypto exchange and the IT university. And the RPGC token will become the token that will service the entire ecosystem. In other words, if successfully implemented, all of those projects taken together will become the basis for a multi-million or even multi-billion dollar business for sure. In other words, if you want to start investing in cryptocurrency, but you don't know where to start, choose RPGC. I would choose RPGC because this is not a speculative coin. This is a coin backed by an existing studio with a viable product, a highly professional team, and a very ambitious roadmap that goes as far as 2030, which includes 7 more gaming projects. Next, RedPad Games will launch their own Web3 marketplace and list their RPGC token first on decentralized exchanges and then centralized exchanges. So that's the path that all coins take usually. The internal marketplace within the RPGC ecosystem is a place, and I will show you the connection between the game and the marketplace. So the RPGC marketplace is the place where gamers will be able to trade their in-game items using RPGC as currency. Absolutely every gamer will need to use the token to make transactions on the marketplace and throughout the entire ecosystem. And this currency, this token, will inevitably increase in price for one simple reason. And this reason was given a few slides ago: the ever-growing gaming population, which will create demand for this token. So this is the laws of the economical theory. We'll remember it. The higher the demand, the higher the price. Let's go to the next slide. Now let's take a quick look at the factors that will drive RPGC's growth, because after all, we're talking about investing in a token, and you as investors should be interested in the token growth and should know about the factors that will drive that growth. So thanks to the unique business model of the project, the symbiosis of the gaming and blockchain industries, the launch of large-scale marketing, and the demand of the token for the token among gamers and investors, the starting price, the listing price of the token from $1 can rise to $10 million, or sorry, slip of the tongue, to $10 or more during 2024. Well, probably 10 millions might be reached in the very far future, but $1 to $10 in 2024 is more than enough. And analysts predict that within 10 years, the potential of the RPGC token could grow from $50 to $900 because the company is going to launch several other gaming projects that will be serviced by RPGC token as well. And those projects will be of different genres, and then new ecosystem products will be launched as well. So forget about Bitcoin. Of course, it's growing. Right now, I guess we are in the bull's market, but there is very little chance of Bitcoin rising even tenfold from its current price. Well, probably it will reach 100,000, but will it reach 500,000? I doubt it. 500,000 for a coin, whereas the RPGC token could easily become what Bitcoin was 10 years ago. You understand what I mean? So the token does not need to grow to 50,000 dollars like Bitcoin. Bitcoin has a smaller issue, but what matters is how many X's you can make on it. So X's means the percentage return in percentage that you can get from your investments. That's what matters. Additionally, the more gamers are involved in the game, the more people are involved in the ecosystem as a whole, the higher the token price. Again, let me refer you to the theory of economy. The higher the demand, the higher the price. Moreover, the company has also mechanisms how to reduce the supply. You know what I mean? The smaller the supply, the higher the demand, the higher the price. I'll explain. The company has the buyback mechanism and the burning mechanism. Buyback means that the company will use part of their revenues to buy their tokens back from the market, therefore removing them from circulation. And if the company burns their tokens, it will remove those tokens from circulation forever. Less supply and more demand lead to higher prices. Let's go to the next slide. Now let's talk about the privileges that an RPGC owner receives. And today I would like to reiterate, the Coinset community has a unique opportunity, and I would say a short-term opportunity, to purchase and promote a token that will serve a huge ecosystem at the best possible price shortly before the listing of this token. So let's take a look at some of the privileges. First of all, it's the opportunity to stake your unfrozen tokens to get even more tokens. For those who don't know, staking is like a bank deposit, but in the world of crypto. So you voluntarily freeze your tokens for a certain period of time. So you take them out of the circulation, and thanks to a smart contract, and you guarantee the company that you're not going to sell those tokens in the near future. For the company, it's a sign of stability that the token is not going to be dumped, and it will help stabilize the price and drive the price up due to the increased demand, and the company will reward you with more tokens. If I'm not mistaken, RedPad Games stated that the preliminary interest on the staking is 30% per annum. So you freeze 1,000, at the end of the year, you get 300 more. But again, we can ask that question to the CEO. You can also participate in the affiliate program and build your business on promoting the token. So you can buy it, and you can also promote it and receive commission. You receive your additional income, which can become, well, your main job. And again, let me remind you, with Coinset, your sales income can be up to 40% from your personal sales and the sales of your team, your structure, your organization. Let's go to the next slide. And now let's see what kind of an offer Coinset and RedPad Games have prepared together for our community. Next slide. So here we have 9 different packages to suit different purchasing powers and investment appetites, different pockets. Obviously, if you choose the largest package, you will receive the lowest price per token. This is the wholesale effect. For example, in the 25 unit package, one token costs 81 cents, while in the 25,000 unit package, the token price is 27 cents. So almost 4 times cheaper. That's why the number of tokens included in the package is much bigger. And also note the vesting conditions. Don't be scared of the word vesting. I will explain what it means. Vesting is when and how your tokens will be fully unfrozen for you to dispose them in any way you see fit. So the lock-in period is 6 months, which means that your token will begin to unfreeze 6 months after the token is listed on the exchange. However, in larger packages, it will take longer to unfreeze all the tokens, because here the tokens are cheaper and you get them more per dollar. Let's count together. Let's take a silver package for 100 units. It contains 48 tokens. Let's say the token will be listed on the 1st of March. It means that from the 1st of September, 6 months later, your tokens will begin to unfreeze. And I'm talking hypothetically, saying that, let's assume, do not quote me, saying that Dennis told us that the tokens will start unfreezing in September. It's just for ease of calculation. So on the 1st of September, your tokens will begin to unfreeze. It's linear. Unlocking means every month you will get a certain number of tokens. In this case, 25 tokens every month in equal parts. At the end of September, you will get your first 25 unfrozen tokens. But if you apply the same formula, same mathematics to the package for 1,000 units, we have 2,116 tokens divided by 12 months equals 176 tokens per month. So every month, you will get 176 unfrozen tokens during 12 months. Although you will wait longer, a little bit longer compared to the silver package, in the sapphire package, you will get almost 7 times more tokens, unfrozen tokens, every month. And given the RedPad Games plans to list a token at $1, you can calculate yourself the potential return on your investment. Sapphire package in the middle, for $1,000, you get 2,116 tokens, which is approximately 47 cents per token. You can double check it yourself, which means you can potentially double your investment capital. not right away, over time. But again, in my opinion, to get almost 100% return over 18 months, it's quite a rare occasion. Moreover, the package includes one more bonus. It's right in the middle of the table. It's skins. In the $1,000 package, you get 10 random skins. And if you don't know what a skin is, don't worry, I will quickly and clearly explain it to you. A skin is a cosmetic item that changes the appearance of your character, your weapon, or your object in the game. And these skins do not make your character stronger or more powerful or faster. They're used exclusively for beauty purposes. This is like going to a beauty parlor and do a nice makeup. So this is a simplified way of explaining what a skin is. But for players, it's an ideal way to show their individuality, dedication to the game, and feel unique and proud of their character. And gamers have proven already they're willing to spend on such cosmetics hundreds, if not thousands, dollars. Players can buy them, earn them, trade skins with other players. And for this, among other uses, you will need RPGC token. For example, I play a game, I earn a rare item. I accomplished a mission, and the quest giver gave me a rare item as a reward. I was lucky. For example, I got an epic item, not a legendary, but I have such an item or even better one. So what should I do with the item that I got from the quest giver? I take it to the marketplace and sell it to the person who needs that item. For example, someone needs that item to complete their set so that their entire clothing would fit, would match color-wise or camouflage-wise. So how that person can purchase that item from me? That person will need RPGC tokens, and where that person can take those tokens from if they do not participate in the pre-sale. They will have to buy those tokens from you, who participated in the project at the pre-sale stage. And moreover, according to RedPad Games, a player who will play a couple of hours a day this game can earn from such sale and purchase of items around $200, $300 a month. And now I would like to prove to you that skins are very important and people will definitely buy them. And I'm sure you will be surprised to hear the examples that I'm going to give you. Let's go to the next slide, please. So how skins can become a smart investment. First, in-game purchases already overtook video game purchases. People spend more money on in-game purchases than on purchasing the game itself. In 2023, the global gaming audience already spent $68 billion on additional in-game content. And by 2025, the market value of in-game purchases is projected to surpass $74.4 billion. Let me give you an example. Look at the bottom left corner of the slide. It's a sniper rifle from Counter-Strike. I guess everyone heard about this game. I think it goes back to 1996 or 1997. At first, it was a mod of Half-Life, and then when the graphics improved, then it was released as a standalone game. And now people play Counter-Strike 2 with a new engine, new everything. So I distracted myself. So here you have the AWP sniper rifle from Counter-Strike. Its default color is olive green on the left, but you can buy the skin that you can see on the slide on the right, which is called Dragon Lore, and your sniper rifle will look like this. It won't become more powerful or anything. You won't start shooting better. No. It will simply change its appearance. This is what skin is. And then the gamer decides whether they want to play with a default color sniper rifle or with such a nice looking Dragon Lore sniper rifle. And I will explain why it can be a big investment. In 2014, this skin could have been purchased for $300. But several years later, this skin was sold for $61,000 to another player. Essentially, the seller, if they bought it at $300, made 20,000% return on their investment. Can you imagine? 20,000%. And in our Sapphire package for 1,000 units, you get 10 random skins. Of course, random means it's a lottery. But what if you get lucky and you get something like Dragon Lore, but in the world of Dustland? Think about it. Next slide, please. Now, let me share the latest news with you. First of all, from January 26, 2024, RedPad Games has been conducting playtests with members of our community, including yours truly as well. So please give me a plus in the chat if you also were lucky to participate in one of the playtests conducted by RedPad Games. By the way, this is a real screenshot from my Steam account. As you can see, I first played this game on the 26th of January and then on the 9th of February. Yesterday, it says yesterday last played because I took the screenshot on the 10th of February, and yesterday was like day before the 10th of February. So what it means for us, people who have already participated in the project or will participate in the RPGC program. This is a direct proof that the RedPad Games has a truly amazing gaming product, an awesome game that is completely ready for release. And I suggest you take advantage of this offer as soon as possible. Why? Because the answer is given on the next slide. Let's go to the next slide. On the 29th of February 2024, no matter how sad it is, the second and final stage of RPGC pre-sales comes to an end. As of March the 1st, 2024, RPGC packages will no longer be available for purchase on the platform because the RedPad Games team need to move on and focus their efforts on successfully launching the game and implementing the marketplace RedPad Games. So do not miss your last chance to purchase RPGC packages at the most favorable terms while the opportunity still exists. Next slide, please. And now, finally, I guess the long-awaited moment of this webinar, allow me to introduce to you the CEO of RedPad Games, Vildan Fazilov, who kindly agreed to attend our webinar today and answer my questions that I prepared beforehand and your questions, and I hope you have them and you prepared them. Okay, Vildan, I see you connected. Hello, everyone. Just give me a second. I will put on my earphones. You're with us. Yes, I am. Fine. Then I know that you have a very busy schedule and you have another meeting planned today. So let's start with the questions right away. Okay? I'm sure that many of people present here, I certainly would like to know how the idea of creating first your own studio and secondly your own game was born, because as far as I even know, this is one of the many planned games by your studio. Well, our journey began in the gaming industry. My personal journey began in 2002. I worked on a cool project, EVE Online. This is practically the largest space simulator, which is still monetized to this day. Its profitability is $700+ million annually. It was included in the Guinness Book of Records several times, to the point that there was a real war for the planet Jida, and Jida is a planet that had the best resources for creating shuttles, airships, and some kind of bases. And one clan captured this planet, completely paralyzed the economy of the entire game. Nothing could be bought or sold there. And the war for this planet lasted exactly 180 days of real time. More than $25 million worth of ships were destroyed during all this time. And in the end, all the players on this server and the clan simply raised the white flag because it paralyzed the economy. Nothing could have been done at all. People could not restore their ships because there was not enough resources. So we started our journey with this game. By the way, excuse me, Vildan, I'll interrupt you. When we talk about dollars, we're talking about real dollars, the money people spent in the video game, right? Yes, correct. Now there is the most famous clan. Its total capitalization is more than $45 million, real money that circulates within the clan. This is one of the most powerful clans because the game is developing. So for you to understand, this space simulator is made so realistically that just to learn the skills of your avatar or your ship, you need 3.5 years of real time just to learn all the ropes, all the skills, everything that there is there. This, of course, on the one hand, scares off a lot of potential customers, but the company had precisely the goal of making a simulator where people would really live, people really communicate. Closed events are held in Iceland by EVE Online, CCP Games. Several museums were opened. I'm talking about real museums where people go, exhibitions are held, and all sorts of events take place there. Well, in general, the company is engaged in retaining and attracting new players and fully developing their community. Why? Because online communication is cool, but when you communicate more offline, it's just superb. In my opinion, in any case, you need to spend more time in real life. The next product we worked on was World of Warcraft. We developed the Orc Guild, starting from 2D sketches, drawings, creating all the voices, animations, all the characters, and assets for the characters. This is probably the largest of Blizzard's products, and the annual capitalization of the company Blizzard starts from $12 billion. And last year in November, Microsoft bought Blizzard for a record breaking $65 billion. This is the largest deal in almost all global business. The process was very noisy. For 6 months, it was in everybody's ears. The U.S. Congress blocked this deal. They filed lawsuits. The deal itself was colossal. I remember there were still a lot of scandals there as well. This is Activision, right? Yes, I remember following the situation. Yes, this is a very large company, and Microsoft still absorbed it, took it over. Bill Gates is such a, astute businessman. He gets what he wants. Afterwards, we worked on Stalker. This is a Ukrainian company that released a hit that has been talked about for several decades now. Now they are preparing, developing the next version, Stalker 2, and they plan to release it in September. They have been developing it for 10 years, preparing for this launch. The next product was Metro 2033. We personally communicated with Dmitry Gluchovsky, which is the author, the writer who wrote the entire book series, Metro. The next product was Call of Duty Modern Warfare. We coded the environment, locations, characters themselves. And some part of the team also participated in the creation of the gaming project Pioneer. They will also release this project this year. Quite a big project. We think it will be quite a successful shooter. In fact, they have a very interesting history. The head of the company is very strict. He set deadlines for each department for the work to be performed. And even if one person from the team fails to meet the deadline, the entire team is fired. Quite a severe approach. It's quite difficult to get together a team in the gaming industry. There are very few specialists for programming, like on programming in the Unreal Engine. It is much easier for 2D and 3D specialists to work than for programmers. But the guys are moving towards finishing this gaming product and trying to release it. And the last product we worked on was from Wargaming. It's World of Tanks. Our team digitalized tanks at a Belarusian training grounds and launched the first locations. And in the 2013, we held cybersports esports competitions. After the end of those esports competitions, I thought we should stop working for third-party companies and have our own company launched. We had a lot of experience, we had a good team, and we can now release our own product. For about 4 years, give or take, I have been writing the first script for my game, for our game. And in 2018, we began creating our first product. We're talking about the terms of reference and concepts. The company RedPad Games, by the way, is actually called because I wrote down all my thoughts on red notepads. They're still all tattered and kept safe in my safety deposit box in my safe, because this is a very important moment. And in connection, our company got the name RedPad Games from those red pads, red notepads. Yeah, I wanted to ask you about it. Yeah, that's the history of the name of the company. And currently we have around 70 people of internal staff, plus several companies that we outsource tasks to. We give them part of our tasks. And also we have, just as large studios in the past gave part of their tasks to us, now we have subcontractors for other third-party studios. This is done in order to make sure that our team is focused on the key tasks, priority tasks. This year, March, perhaps April, we are getting ready to launch our first gaming product, Dustland. We believe that extraction shooter is a new direction, a new trend in the gaming industry. And last year, Sony, together with Bungie, announced that they would release a similar extract and shooter product in 2 years. They have already announced it. The advantage of our company is that we are launching a similar product this year. So we will be the first in this direction. Well, there is a Tarkov, Escape from Tarkov product, but it's more like a crafting game. It's more like a crafting game in the MMO world, where you craft, run around, and some kind of an action happens. We as a team took all the best things in the gaming industry, tried to remove some of the negativity that the players themselves do not like. Because during these 4 years, when I was writing the script for the first game, I flew around the world, participated in different tournaments, visited different gaming clubs, talked to gamers to know what they like, what they don't like. I collected data. We hired psychologists, analyzed all 4 psychotypes of players, and tried to involve or attract all 4 psychotypes in our games. If you take other products, for example, they are aimed at a specific community. And our company is a company that tries to hear its users and not just have a monologue. We would like to have a dialogue. For the first time in the gaming industry, we allow our gamers to monetize their time, to earn. If you take other projects, for example, from the Steam, many games are listed on their platform. But what you can do? Well, you can sell an in-game item to another player on the trading platform, but you cannot withdraw your money outside of Steam. You can only spend that money on Steam. You can probably withdraw it, but there is no guarantee of the success of the transaction. They can simply con you. Well, you can't get it out, you know? This is a really black scheme. That's what I meant, black schemes. Yes. There is a third-party marketplace. It's called what it's called? It's called Goblin. Yes, there is a black market, Goblin, where you can transfer your in-game item or sell your account by giving away your login and password, but no one gives the quality of the ensures the quality of the transaction or guarantees the successfulness of the transaction. 50% of all transactions, people are deceived. Plus the commissions are very high, right? Draconian. Correct. So what RedPad Games does, we have created a third-party marketplace. Well, not a third party, it's our own development, where gamers open their accounts and connect to our games, and then they can sell and buy items. And the company will charge very small fee to just maintain the operation of the marketplace, but also provides a guarantee of sales and receipt of money. You have already answered a couple of my questions that I planned, for example, the success of the project. I wanted to ask you what guarantees it, but you already answered they are simply falling into the trend, as I understand, of what gamers now demand. They demand involvement, they demand graphics, they demand an action extraction shooter to shoot, an opportunity to work together on a task, accomplish a mission together. Yes, at the moment, based on the market analysis, almost many companies are announcing that extraction shooters are a future trend that is just developing. And many global companies, for example, Sony, which is a huge giant in the console market, have announced that are going to launch a similar product. And let's clarify for those who don't know, Sony is the manufacturer of the PlayStation and Microsoft is the manufacturer of the Xbox. I'm sure there are people here among us who don't know what company produces what and why you are mentioning consoles. Well, yes, why we're talking about consoles, about mobile games, about everything. It's because the company when releasing a product, they release it on different platforms. It's cross platforms. It can be PC, it can be mobile phones, it can be consoles, it can be VR technologies. For example, VR at the moment are quite tricky because the technology is not yet very developed. And we hope that while we are porting this game to consoles, to mobile phones, that VR technology will develop well enough to be able for us to port the game into the virtual reality as well. Great. I said in my presentation that the game tests passed, and how do you like them? Are you satisfied with the outcome? What conclusions can be drawn? Well, stress tests. We're still running our stress test. We have the next stress test scheduled for February the 23rd. The first ones are quite positive. We had very few bugs identified on the server. And on Friday we started, and then we identified the first bugs. And on Saturday we rolled out an update within 24 hours that fixed these bugs. Well, I looked at it. There was like a 1.5 GB of updates right before the first and the last time I played. Well, we have a AI integrated in our machine learning in our game, and we're surprised when the certain NPC, non-playing character, just stood up and walked away because he was tired of dealing with players. It's just a character that sits on a box reading a book. So at a certain moment, he just got fed up, stood up, and walked away. Yes, I remember these RPGC games. Usually the characters follow a script. They go lie down, eat a bun, and here your characters live their own lives regardless of the development. Yeah, people were complaining it's a bug. We cannot take a quest. And we say, guys, we have no idea. We just didn't understand the AI behavior. He simply went to the adjacent room, sit down, and continued reading a book. So, like, I'm on a lunch break, something like that. Okay, I think we will have another question that will be of interest to our viewers. Approximately how many time it will take from the closing of the pre-sales to the listing of the token, your token, on an external platform? And when will it be possible to receive the tokens that people bought at the pre-sale stage to their external wallet, so that people would know for sure that no one will touch their tokens except them? Well, negotiations are currently underway with launchpads. These are the 10 top launchpads that will launch in early March, or maybe in the middle of March. We will do a launchpads within a month, for a month, to recruit a big community and gain initial liquidity. We'll start then listing on decentralized exchanges So those are also exchanges like tier 2, tier 3. In fact, this is a real listing. It will last about a month on launch pads, and then we'll move to decentralized exchanges. And after the start of the game, when we have enough community, enough gamers, we're going to go to the centralized exchanges like Bybit, Binance. Huobi is tier 2, but OKX, for example, there is a misconception among users that Binance is the number one exchange. But I think it's a mistake because I think, for example, Bybit is better and bigger in terms of the monetization of transactions and the number of community. It somewhere even exceeds Binance. And in other aspects, it's right next to it. And also, it is very regulated. You can't do that. You can't go. Those citizens are not accepted. I use OKX and I'm happy. I simply don't need this Binance exchange. Like, literally, don't need it. Yes, Binance, in my opinion, is already being squeezed from all sides because CZ left for a reason. And if you are an active user of Binance, you will see that when you choose the USDT coin, it's a stable coin 1-to-1 to dollar, then you see immediately the digital dollar issued by Binance. So they're pushing forward their own coin, you know. So I can tell you right away that they removed the previous owner and they put in place their own American owner, and immediately you have the digital dollar popping up on the exchange. So it's quite similar, quite obvious. Yeah, that's why you look at independent Asian exchanges, and the community is like, if not equal, then even bigger. Well, but for our community, so you understand the path for you as investors. At first, it's going to be Launchpad, then sometime later is going to be decentralized exchange, and then a centralized exchange. Just keep track of the news, and I'm sure that both you and I will we will inform the community about the news related to the token and the project in general. So let's see what other questions we have. For now, you're not going to reveal what kind of launch pads we're talking about and decentralized exchanges. You will just there is no point, right, in disclosing the well. Right now, you are not going to disclose the names of the launch pads, and I don't think there is any point in naming. Well, there are quite a lot of different launch pads. There is no point in listing all of them. On the rpgc.io, you will see everything. 7-10 days before, we will give you all the links and all the names. By the way, it's the same website where you can read the technical data of the project, the tokenomics, the white paper is there as well. Yes, yes. So basically, those of you who are interested, and we always urge you to do your own due diligence, go to the rpgc.io website, and there you will see more information than you received today. Honestly, I ran out of questions. I learned quite a lot of new stuff from you, Vildan. I thought I knew everything, but far from it, you know. Cool, very cool. Let's see what kind of questions we have from our community. So Maya Yaskina is asking whether are you planning to launch games for developing crypto and investing skills. I think she refers to the Genius of Finance games. It's a simulator of a business professional and investor. It's our internal gaming product. It's a board game, and we already had an attempt to port it to a video game, but then we had to put it on hold. So it's kind of a sensitive point, not only for Maya, but many representatives of our community. Aren't you planning to launch this kind of a game? No, guys. Look, we are developing traditional video games that will be successful among as many gamers as possible, because crypto community is 300 million people, whereas crypto community is like or gaming community is 4 billion people. So of course we're more interested in the gaming community, not crypto. Well, I see. I don't think, Maya, look, don't worry. I don't think that to port a video game To port, sorry, a board game should be easy. Wilden, please confirm. No, no, I can't confirm. It's not that easy. I'm sorry. I cannot confirm that. No, you won't. Why? Like, look, I'm a very avid board game player, and all of my favorite games are ported to video games quite successfully. I don't know. Probably the idea itself is easy to port, but to develop the code from scratch, it's quite a lot of quite difficult. But it's implementable. It's possible, right? Well, you just have to find a team like yours, right? So let's give a look. When the participants will be given the free key to the game, and are we gonna have a tutorial how to play? Well, let me answer you right away. We're gonna have the release of the game, and all those who purchased RPGC packages on Coinset will also have keys included. And when you go into the game, the first thing that you will have to do is to go through the tutorial training. So you will be able to enter the game, create your character, and start the tutorial right away. So you can do it several times, the tutorial, just to understand how it all works. Well, regarding the key, we have two stages. At first, it was for free. Arashan, this is a reply to your question. And on stage two, it was a 75% discount. And let me tell you that training is very easy, and to get immersed in this world is quite easy. Well, of course, at first you will have to familiarize with quests and to choose the weapons that you think are best. But tutorial will take you like 5 minutes tops. Even if you never played the game, they tell you what to do. Press this button, press this button. This is the button for jumping. This is for sprinting. This is to swing your tomahawk. Even a gamer, not a gamer, will understand. But me being a gamer, it was very easy for me, really. So Belarus and Russia cannot participate in the project. So what to do for the Russian citizens? Well, indeed, we have limitations for Russian citizens, but there is a way out. It is semi-official. But for that, you will need a person whom you trust and who lives on the territory that is not included in the sanction list. So if you have, for example, relatives or close friends who live in Lithuania, Latvia, Georgia, Kazakhstan, then you can ask that person to buy the package on your behalf. And then when the synchronization comes of Coinset with the external wallet, you can connect your external wallet. But again, you have to trust that person, because once they understand the how promising this product is, they will say, well, I would like to keep those tokens for me, you know. So in this case, Anna, I'm sorry, but you will be able to participate in this project at the listing stage. So if we have the listing at $1, which is higher than the current package, but since the token is going to grow, you still be able at the listing stage to purchase it at the listing and then wait for the token to grow, right? Yeah. Yeah, unfortunately, I'm from Belarus as well, and I cannot buy this token directly. So I'm waiting for the listing to do it directly, and then in parallel, I'm looking for ways how to buy it indirectly. Well, I found a way how to buy it indirectly. Now let's see what other questions we have. So probably we'll have some questions in the Q&A. Can you play the game before the tokens are unfrozen or only after? Of course you can. In April, you can do it already in April on DEX. And if you want to monetize your experience, then you can start doing that. Of course, you will be able to purchase the token at a higher price than the current price, but you still can. So this is your answer also when to wait for the release of the game, March, April. So if I earned a item in the game and I want to sell it, I take it to the marketplace. But since there won't be any unfrozen tokens yet, people will be purchasing those items using tokens that they purchased on DEX or Launchpad, right? So you can monetize your gaming experience right away. Yeah, if there are gamers here, they can already dive into the world. The biggest advantage is that the early stage, you'll get the chance to get to know the game, familiarize with the game at an early stage, where different bosses in the game are, where you can look for different loot, etc., etc. And then you can gain that loot and sell it and set the price that you want for it, if whether you're interested or not. And how to better put it, depending on how rare your item is, you can charge a bigger or lower price. Well, that's when where the regular laws of the market kick in, right? Come into play. Correct, yes. So let's take a look if we have any further questions here. Just give me a second. Here's another interesting question, whether you are planning in the future to distribute dividends. I do not really understand the question. Look, I understand why that person asked that question. Well, when we promoted the project of like Stobox, they also sold their utility tokens, but later they gave an opportunity to their community to convert a utility token into a security token, a digital share of their company, which gave you the right to share in the profits of the company, Stobox company. So will you give such an opportunity in the near future to allow people to convert their utility token RPGC into a security token? Well, I guess this is a question not to me, but to you, to Coinset, because RedPad Games will hand over a small equity shares of its company to Coinset, and then if you plan to pay dividends, it's up to you. Well, I understand what you mean. This is what I meant when I said about indirect ownership, co-ownership. I'll explain how it works. As Vildan said, part of the equity of the company will be handed over to our company into our global portfolio, which is represented by GFST token. You know what I mean? So the more successful RedPad Games project is, the higher the price of the equity of RedPad Games in our global portfolio. And by owning a GFST token, which is a dividend-bearing token, you get to participate indirectly in the profits of the company RedPad Games indirectly. So answering your question, technically yes, but not directly, but indirectly by owning GFST token, which will include the entertainment sector, the gaming sector, a small equity of RedPad Games company. So I hope that you can put that connection between RedPad Games and GFST. Another question is about the beta testing. Is it still and how to get into the beta testing group? Well, yeah, we already have a closed group. We have a chat with them in Telegram, and we don't need any more beta testers. So we'll have to wait for the release. By the way, beta testing, are you planning to launch beta testing for public at large, or are you gonna launch the official release right away? Well, we're now considering whether we should do open beta testing. In any case, part of the money will be spent on marketing, on gaining the popularity. And Tatiana Shatska, our main marketing expert in our company, She also worked for wargaming company. So she is in charge of our advertising. We're waiting for her feedback, and every step we make is first analyzed by a group of specialists. Perfect. Let's check other questions if we have any. I honestly expected more questions. Is everything really clear that you have no questions? I will have more questions in the Q&A section of our Zoom. Just give me a second. Hello? By purchasing tokens, do you have to play the game? No, absolutely not. You don't have to play the game. You so buying tokens and playing the game is up to you. If you purchase the tokens and you want to use those tokens in the game to purchase something or sell something, you can do that. But if you want just to own the tokens and wait for the token price to grow or speculate with that token, it's up to you. Okay. And again, in my presentation, I already mentioned that you can be either a gamer and use the token, or you can be a crypto investor. You invest, you wait for the token price to grow, and then when it unfreezes, you can sell it. Or if you're a smart investor, you wait for the token to unfreeze, you stake it, and then you just receive the reward for staking. And then that reward, you can sell it, you can take it to the exchange to get some extra gains. But if you don't really have to, and if you don't have to get extra money, then wait for the token to grow more and more. Angelina is asking how competitive the game is and how attractive. Why do you think it's attractive for gamers and why people will prefer that game? But I think you already answered that question. Yes. Well, we don't have any competitors in this particular genre. So there is just one competitor, which is Tarkov. Very difficult in terms of mechanics game, and gamers will prefer an easier gameplay of Dustland rather than Tarkov. It's like EVE Online, why they don't have billions of dollars of income, because it's very difficult to learn the ropes. 3.5 years you need to spend on learning the ropes. And if you have an avatar, have a clone of the avatar, but if you forget to develop your clone, then and your shuttle gets destroyed, then you have to start from scratch, literally from scratch. And we, as an experienced team, we notice all the negative aspects in the games and we try to remove those aspects and only add positive moments. I wanted to point out here for people who would like to build their business on it. Right now, you have the opportunity to use the ecosystem of Coinset and the marketplace of Coinset and all the experience accumulated, all the knowledge accumulated by RedPad Games in order to promote this token and make commission out of it. Moreover, as I said, you can use that token yourself. You can build your business and earn up to 40% from sales from your first level, a percentage from your second level, and in total it gives you 40% if you have a higher rank in the Coinset ecosystem. And moreover, here you get the opportunity to participate in the investment component of MLCI. You can become co-owners through GFST, which will include a part of the RedPad Games company, in addition to other projects that we already have, like Global Unit Pay, Unitex, the crypto exchange, which is FNT, the payment solution provider, which was born out of Global Unit Pay. It's a successor to Global Unit Pay. Global Unit Pay is European jurisdiction. FNT has no limitations. Citizens of Belarus, Russia can use it, and many other countries. So you know what I mean. So we have a global portfolio which includes all those projects, plus it will include a small part of RedPad Games as well. And for you, it is a perfect combination of stars and a planet parade. When you buy something, you can promote that something, you can receive commissions, and you can also co-own that something. And that something is a basis for a multi-million or even multi-billion dollar business for sure. So how will the free code look like for participants who purchase the packages in the beginning? Well, you will receive a code to your email address consisting of letters and numbers, and will be able to enter that code in Steam and download the game. But again, let me repeat, this is a one-time code. You won't be able to use it different times on different Steam accounts. If you use it once, then another person won't be able to use that code. If you don't want to play the game, you can give it away or sell it to someone else. It's just a code that you're gonna receive by email. That's it. Am I right, Vildan? Yeah, sure. Good. Let me give a look at our questions. Talking about Tarkov, Vildan being like an expert in this area, he shortens the names. It's called Escape from Tarkov, the full name of the game, because people will be Googling Tarkov and might not find anything. It's called Escape from Tarkov, the name of the game that can be called like a competitor of Dustland. But I never played Tarkov. I saw other people play it, and I didn't like it at all. Some kind of repulsion. I didn't like it. PUBG, yeah, I liked it, but Tarkov is no way. Yeah, it's a very difficult game to learn, and that's something that puts you off. Exactly. Maya says, it's like a step towards the implementation of new. Well, yes, new is the philosophy of building the ecosystem um, where users can use the services and products of companies and co-own those companies. So even if you play the game and you use the marketplace or you use the ecosystem products like the payment system, crypto exchange, by purchasing their branded accessories, computer accessories, you indirectly also will get your small dividends by owning GFST token. Then yes, it's a step towards implementing the new as well, the new economic evolution of the world. But probably you think that, and I'm sure many of you think that the February ends and then leaders will ask for an extension of the pre-sales for 2 weeks more, because Vildan, I'll explain, it happens very often in our community. In all previous projects, our community started asking for extension of the pre-sale because they didn't deposit enough money, or it was a holiday period, and in the Asian part of the world, it's a lunar new year, so they will be asking for an extension of the pre-sale. Now can we have the official statement of the CEO how possible that pre-sales will be extended after the 29th of February and it will be coming from you firsthand? No, impossible. There will be no extension under any circumstances. You heard it all, right, guys? So please do not blame us. This is not a decision made by us. We're just helping promote this token, but the product is completely owned by RedPad Games, and right now you've been told by the CEO there will be no extension. So you have less than 2 weeks to purchase the tokens yourselves and to promote that token, this product, while you have such an opportunity, because the terms are perfect. Even in the smallest package, you get a price which is 2 times lower than the listing price of the token. In the bigger packages, it's 3-4 times lower. Yeah, 4 times lower than the listing price of the token or in Launchpad, listed on the exchange or Launchpad. So hurry up. So I'm sorry, excuse me, I have to run away. I have another meeting to jump to. Yes, I already know. I told our audience that you don't have enough time, have a very busy schedule. So thank you very much for your time, your attention, your coming here. Bye bye. Okay, then let me say a few words. First of all, I will urge you to subscribe to our social media, because that's where you will be able to receive all the uh, updates and information about our projects, about the progress um, made by our different projects. Moreover, that's where we announce our upcoming events, where you can learn all the necessary information. Moreover, if I'm not mistaken, whether our moderators have shared the Q&A, please, dear moderators, could you please share the link to the Q&A document if you haven't yet, where we collected all the questions over the last couple of months asked by the community members before you. And there are a lot of answers there as well that were developed by together by Coinset and RedPad Games. And now you have your own opportunity to ask your own question in the form that you see in the chat, and your answers will be included in the form in the Q&A document that you can find by following the link where you can ask your own question. Now, again, I will give you some more time to scan the QR code or take a screenshot and then scan it later, because very soon we're going to move to the next slide and you won't have that opportunity anymore. I will give you like 15 seconds more to ask a question. Any question, of course, it should be related to this particular project, RPGC. Otherwise, I won't be able to answer your question if it's not RPGC related. But I might know something outside the RPGC project too. Let's see. So someone says good luck to Vildan and his team. Indeed, very worthy project. And let me tell you, when I first heard about this project, that this project comes from the gaming world, I being just an interpreter for the company, I was really excited and I wanted to participate in the implementation of the project, talk about this project, and not just translate for this project. I wrote to Armand right away. I told him, Armand, probably there will be other candidates, but I would like to try my hand at being the spokesperson for this project from the Coinset. And he said, yeah, of course. So who else but you? And because I really have lots of experience and lots of knowledge in the industry of gaming. So I think I have the, how to better put it, I not, well, I deserve to be the spokesperson for the RPGC project. Beruta is asking whether we're going to launch the Dragon Man game. Well, the Dragon Man is ready, but it has also been put on hold, on pause, because this project is not part of the Coinset ecosystem, but it is part of the WCRU ecosystem. So it belongs to us, to our community. We just have to wait out the storm, as you know, that is currently raging. And I'm not going to go into detail. I know what you know what I mean, but for sure we will implement the film project itself. Dragon Man, the leaders of our company already watched that film, unedited version, but still it's a guarantee that the project is ready. And I'm sure that if all of a sudden the project will take off like Spider-Man or Superman took off, and they had video games as well, why not launch a video game on Dragon Man 2? Take into consideration that it is a trendy thing. And I think we could make money not only on the film itself, but also on the video game, but all the merchandise around that universe. If you don't know it, merchandise is any product that are around the product. It can be like a mug with the Dragon Man title, or it can be a t-shirt with Dustland logo, or it can be like a jacket with a logo. This is quite a profitable industry and market as well. So I think it is not far off when we probably can also monetize Dragon Man as well. But for now, let me repeat, we just have to wait out this storm. and I'm sure everything is gonna be fine, especially when we have so many different other projects that we can focus on to make both for us good commission and to give that opportunity to other people as well. Well, I see there are no questions left, and no, there is. Someone says it might not be relevant anymore, Dragon Man. I see no reason why it should become irrelevant. The film is of high quality, as far as I can judge from the screenshots and the trailer. And of course, the movie is made for the Asian market, so you should understand the specifics of the Indian and Chinese film market, movie market. And I don't think it will lose its relevance. We all know such films as The Matrix. The Matrix was shot in 1999 and still relevant. The special effects are very good. The Lord of the Rings was shot in early 2000, and I still watch it with my mouth open, all three parts. Hobbit was shot later. The special effects are better there, but even in the Lord of the Rings, I do not see outdated special effects that would make that movie like obsolete. No, if a movie is made well, it's made for many years, you know. The classics is called classics for a reason. It does not get obsolete. And Dragon Man can become a classic for the specific market that this movie was made. Well, it's been 1 hour and a half already. I think it was a very good interview, at least for me, for sure. And if something is not clear to you, some technical term or a slang, just write it, put it down, ask us about it, and we'll explain to you, especially if you are going to promote this project. We have very little time left, so you need to be savvy in the gaming slang as well, and the technical slang. So ask your question. You can ask me directly. You can ask in the Coinset community or RedPad Games community, like what this particular term definition means. Well, thank you very much for your attention, your kind feedback that you write in the chat. I read it all. All the best. Take care and see you on Wednesday. Bye-bye.
Listen, friend, I want to ask you something. I want to ask you what we normally forget, but it is very important. I suppose it is the most important thing you could hear from me right now. So listen carefully. Here's what I want to ask you to do. Dream. Dream like a child. Sincerely, with an open heart. Dream as if nobody has ever said this awful phrase to you. Dreams don't come true. That's a lie. Your dreams will come true if they are yours. If you believe. If you act. Dream. Dreams inspire. Dreams motivate and move to act. Dreams make you get out of bed and fill you with energy. Dreams make you happier, as you cannot dream about something bad. Dreams give you wings. Dream. Dream. The dream is your vector. A dream with faith and movement forwards is a goal, and the goal is certain. It gives direction. Without a dream, you are blind. You don't know where to go. You're a flugel spinning in place, a splinter carried by the turbulent flow of life wherever it pleases. Be a sheep. Dream. Live consciously. Live a full life. Dream. It is dreams that fill our lives with meaning. Don't exist. Live. I beg you. We did not come into this world to just work, exist, to fight for our place under the sun. We came to dream and thereby create. Dream. Don't look back. Dream about your own. not what you are told. However small your dream is, it is yours. Make it come true and dream about something else that is important to you. Dream after dream, dream after dream. This is life. Do you understand? This is what life is about. Dream, I beg you, otherwise others will dream for you. But then you will not live your life, but theirs, and you will make the dreams of others come true, not yours. Do you want this? If this is what you live for, if this is what you dreamed about when you were little, when you loved and knew how to dream, listen, friend, stop, don't run. You won't make it on time without a dream anyway, if you don't know where to run. Don't waste your time. Don't waste time at all. It is the most important thing you have. I never understood how you could kill time. Stop. Remember what you dreamed about as you did dream some time before. Dreamed that you would grow up and become someone successful, someone important, significant. You'd become a scientist, artist, doctor, sportsman, cosmonaut. You dreamed about traveling the whole world, discovering new things, creating a masterpiece, leaving a memory of yourself, or simply without knowing how, but dreamed you would definitely be happy. And then for some reason, you stopped, grew up. This world was created by dreamers, madmen. Nobody believed in their dreams. And those people said, hey, this is impossible, stop being silly, do something serious. Everything great that we appreciate, use, take selfies in front of was once someone's dream, someone's impossible fantasy, someone's goal and faith. Dream, friend, wherever you may be, whoever you might have become. It is never too late to make your dream come true. Think, what would you be doing right now if you were not surviving? What do you truly want? Ask yourself. People are made to discover and create. You can't not want anything, not strive towards anything. It is abnormal. Do you understand? Now is the high time to start. Not yesterday, not tomorrow, not from Monday. Now, start dreaming. Dream big and dream small. See yourself and the world the way you like it. Create it in your fantasies, your mind first. Draw your masterpiece. Dream, believe, act, and never give up. Never. You hear me? Never give up and never betray your dream. I believe in you, friend, and you should too. Start dreaming.